Hey there, Globetrotters! Did you know that in 2025 a growing number of countries are quietly slamming the door on Americans? We're talking about places that once rolled out the red carpet for U.S. citizens, now making it nearly impossible to live, work, or even visit. And trust me, some of the countries on this list will completely shock you. Whether it's political backlash, cultural tension, or just burnout from waves of digital nomads, the global shift is real, and millions of Americans are about to feel it. Stick around until number 5, because what's happening there is a warning sign for the future of international travel. But before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe, because this isn't just a travel video. It's a wake-up call for anyone who thinks the world will always welcome Americans with a smile. And hey, if you're feeling uncertain about where to go next, I've got you covered. Download my free digital travel scenarios guide. It's packed with travel-friendly countries and scenarios you can fix. Just click the link in the description to grab your copy. Let's start with some of the usual suspects. North Korea remains the most extreme example. A full travel ban is in place. The U.S. government prohibits American passports from being used to enter the country unless you receive a special validation, which is rarely granted. What changed in 2025? Tensions between the U.S. and North Korea have escalated, and anyone found entering the country illegally could be detained indefinitely, as we saw in past high-profile cases. What to expect? Absolutely no tourist access, no transit, and zero exceptions unless you're a diplomat or delivering humanitarian aid under U.S. and North Korean approval. Iran is not technically banned, but it might as well be if you ask me. In 2025, Americans must apply through an Iranian tour operator and travel under government surveillance the entire time. What changed? Iran has imposed longer visa wait times, some up to 8 months, and implemented a vetting process for American citizens involving interviews, itinerary approval, and escorted travel. What to expect? No solo travel, no press freedom, and limited access to local communities. Even simple acts like taking photos can lead to serious misunderstandings. Afghanistan under Taliban control has shut off nearly all international tourism, and the U.S. Embassy remains closed indefinitely. What changed? Americans are considered high-risk individuals by the Taliban regime, and those who do enter may face arrest, hostage situations, or worse. What to expect? No visa access, no embassy support, and major personal risk. Travel advisories rank this among the most dangerous countries on Earth for U.S. citizens. Let me mention this before we continue. This isn't fear-mongering or speculation. It's a quiet, steady shift happening all around us. The American passport still holds power, but not like it used to. More doors are closing, and the ones that remain open often come with conditions, scrutiny, and caution. The world is paying close attention to America's politics, its economy, and the ripple effects of its global presence. Now, let's move on. Here's a shocker. Canada is no longer the easy option for long-term American stay. In 2025, major immigration reforms are targeting foreign residents who strain public resources, especially in Toronto and Vancouver. What changed? Even Americans with work permits or retirement plans are being denied renewals unless they show high income, private insurance, and local contributions. What to expect? Background checks, random audits, and canceled permits. Former snowbirds and retirees are being asked to leave. Friendly Canada is now prioritizing domestic citizens over foreign guests, even Americans. Americans have long overstayed Mexico's 180-day tourist visas. Now Mexico is pushing back against that. What changed? Immigration agents at airports and land borders are now issuing shorter 7 to 30-day stays, especially if you've been in the country recently. Overstays can lead to deportation, banned re-entry, and huge fines. What to expect? You'll need to show return tickets, hotel bookings, proof of funds, and if you've got a laptop and no job title, expect questions. Mexico's once easy visa system is now being used to screen out remote workers and budget nomads. China is no longer welcoming to Westerners, and Americans face the brunt of new restrictions, and of course the tariffs that Donald Trump has put in place to scare the Chinese government. What changed? Other than the American tariffs, China has tightened its visa policies, especially for journalists, educators, and business travelers. Social media posts, previous travel history, and political affiliations are now part of the approval process. What to expect? You may be denied a visa without explanation, followed while inside the country, or even expelled mid-stay. Residency renewals are rare, and digital surveillance is unavoidable. Dubai may look like a nomad paradise on Instagram, but in 2025, the UAE has gotten extremely selective about who gets to stay and for how long. What changed? Renewing a digital nomad visa now requires income verification from an approved employer, health screenings, tax history, and a behavioral review, including social media content. What to expect? Expats are being denied renewal if they don't fit the image of a valuable resident. Even private text messages and photos are reportedly being scanned. Welcome to the most luxurious surveillance state on Earth. Hungary's new policies are not officially anti-American, but they are definitely anti-outsider, and that includes most Americans trying to settle in Budapest. What changed? The government now requires long-term visa holders to demonstrate language proficiency, local employment, and deep cultural integration. What to expect? If you're relying on remote work or freelance income, good luck. Even opening a bank account is a bureaucratic nightmare unless you're a Hungarian speaker with local connections. Thailand has been tightening its rules across the board. In 2025, long-stay Americans are facing new hurdles even if they've been visiting for years. What changed? The country now requires proof of monthly income, around $2,000 a month or more. Localized health insurance. Biometric tracking every 90 days. And background checks in both Thailand and the US. What to expect? Even elite visa holders are facing delays. Retirement visas can be revoked if you miss your check-ins, and extensions are often denied for digital nomads. Once a budget-friendly haven, the Philippines is now weeding out long-term American retirees and remote workers who don't meet their new financial criteria. What changed? The Special Resident Retirees Visa, or SRRV, now requires significantly higher deposits, annual in-person compliance reviews, and a signed affidavit of moral conduct. What to expect? Hundreds of visas have been revoked. Americans living on Social Security alone are being told to leave. And banking issues are common due to local distrust of foreign financial systems. So there you have it, 10 countries that are actively restricting, rejecting, or banning Americans in 2025. Whether it's due to overcrowding, political backlash, or digital nomad fatigue, one thing is clear: the world is changing fast, and the American passport doesn't open as many doors as it used to. That's why I created my guide about travel scenarios and how to solve them, featuring a 250-page ebook with 55 different travel scenarios and their solutions, and a 7-day travel itinerary for France, Dubai, Thailand, the UK, and Japan. You will also get 5 video guides to complement the itinerary. And included in the bundle is also an audiobook with 16 modules of content and a quiz at the end of each module. With my digital bundle, you will receive great travel tips and advice and learn more about the various rules and changes happening in different countries. And if you're ready to make a move or just want to travel smarter, this full digital travel survival bundle will help you escape travel disasters before they happen. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below and tell me, which country surprised you the most, and where are you thinking of going next? Well, that's it for now, folks. This is your channel host, Cheryl, as usual, saying bye for now until the next video. Safe travels. And please promise me you will do your research before you go on your next trip. And do continue to watch my videos so you can stay informed.